Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 2 versus 2 on Rockclaw Foothills. Playing as the Chaos Demons, we've got OMC Dr. Nox, and playing as the Eldar, we have me. An opposing team, we've got Necrotechnica as the Steel Legion, and we've got Yazoo 55 as the Space Marines. So once again, we're on Rockclaw Foothills, slowly but surely becoming one of my more favourite maps. I do like these longer maps with some of these narrow choke points. They're always good fun for the last stands and the great pushes. Now you will notice one very important thing in this game is something. I'm not normally one for spoilers, but just keep an eye on this strategic point right here. Just get a good look at it, get a good sniff of it, because something very important is going to happen with this later on in the game. But we'll leave you a little bit of suspense. We'll see how it goes. We've got some horses coming from the fire control bunker for Necrotechnica, as well as double plasma generator and a armory upgrade. So I'm expecting... actually, I can't remember exactly what happens in this game, apart from that strategic point, as this replay was taken from quite some time ago. Haven't really done that much playing with the boys on the Discord recently, as I've been super duper busy with a whole bunch of stuff like writing for the website, doing the kill team videos, trying to also start on the video essays for things like, oh, what's it called? Storm and Bolter, Storm and Hammer, whatever the program on the Warhammer Plus is. And that, mate, that's going to be... not to blow my own trumpet, but I think it's going to be pretty good, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Nothing too crazy going on. We do have a transfer turret already set up around here, which is going to be quite difficult for us to take on. Got some Guardians moving forward. Burnsinger as well, going to see if he or she can go and build up a listing shrine round on this side. Guardians having a sniff around that critical location, but the Rough Rider squad will certainly push these guys away, especially when they've got a second squadron moving in. Got some infiltrated rangers there, unseen by these horses. Probably can smell them, but certainly can't see them. Will instantly lose their morale, but the Burnsinger does go down. And these Rough Riders will tie these guys up in close combat, while the Rough Riders over here engage in long-range combat, using their pistols to full effect. The Rangers kind of being ignored here. Very rude indeed. There we go, Guardians running away, hiding in that heavy cover, seeing if they can make use of it. And the Rough Riders, no other option but to run away. They probably know that the Guardians are there. No, sorry, not the Guardians. They probably know that the Rangers are there now. So they are going to fall back. So nice little defense from me, but not really able to do all that much in the critical location in the middle, knowing that those horsemen are knocking around. What are you going to go for, Mr. OMC Dr. Nox? You're going to go for Herald of Khorne. Implies that it's gone for his Khorne-based composition. And, oh, geez, that's a quick tier 2 from Yazoo 55. Machine Cult on the way. No infantry. We don't want to be messing around with any of those squishy boys. We go straight for the tanks and dreadnoughts. What we like to see. Transfer turret spotting these Rangers, killing one boy outright. Very unfortunate. No way home to the craft world for him, but then again, Rangers don't tend to spend much time on the craft world, as far as my lore knowledge is concerned. Scouts capturing this doofer over here. I've been spotted by the Rangers. One lad falling foul. Second guy almost dying as well. Not quite. Significant amount of Rough Riders there. And very enthusiastic sounding scouts there. Very enthusiastic indeed. Rangers and Guardians kind of... We need a Burnsinger, Mr. Landshark. Have you got one coming along? No, oh, they're just building up all the stuff over here. Minding their own business, taking their time. We're in no rush. Who needs to capture the centre? Ah, there we go. The Burnsinger comes out at quite possibly the worst time humanly possible. Triple Rough Rider squads now. And the Herald of Khorne and his Bloodletters will see this Tarantula turret over here. Razorback Ricarius coming forward. We'll see if they can show away these Bloodletters. Bloodletters quite vulnerable when moving into combat from range damage. Only got one. Oh, so they got 2 Bloodletters left in there. Soon to get a third one. But once they get to that close combat, they are very difficult to kill. Got a Skull Probe, going to spot these Rangers, very fragile. Can't leave these guys in range combat for long when the enemy can see them. Trying to get a headshot on that Razorback. Probably a great idea to kill that Skull Probe instead. Takes a while for them to reload there. There we go, Held of Con bats him down. And Razorback Vicarious looking a little bit vulnerable as his punk horrors come in. Give him a good slap around. I think he goes down, and the Rough Riders are not wanting to charge into these blood letters. The Herald in their midst. The pink horrors lose the morale. Need to go back home and chill out if they want to regain it. One squad of horses put through the courses. We're going to be turning to glue at some point in the near future, I imagine. Razorback, that's just way too many guns for a Razorback. It's just unnecessary. Unnecessary amount of ordnance. But he's going to come in regardless. Bloodletter's overextending just a smidgen. He says Pink Horror's coming around this way. Demon Lord in their ranks as well. Able to get that Bolt of the Zinch. Quite useful against most things. One Guardian over here, not having a great day. Listening Shrine still not quite been built yet. We're going to get round to it. It's on our to-do list. As the Demon Bloodletters spy more transit turrets down on this side. See if they can get them killed, which they most certainly can. But while this is going on, the Pink Horrors have been engaged in close quarter combat from these Rough Riders. But with the Demon Lord in there, they're not too shabby. Double Razorback now coming in for supporting fire. Gonna force the Pink Horrors back for the meantime at the very least. A little Diddy Blue Horror been left over. Let's see what he can do. The time he has left available to him. You know, these guys are just going to be smitten down. Not sure why some of my observers have got squares on them. Must be something wrong with my alphabet thing in game, but I'm sure that I'll fix that at some point. Definitely something that I'm going to consider. Rangers over here being chased around by these scouts with their Servitor Probe skull thingamadoodad. Got some pioneers for Necrotechnica who came over there. Oh no, look, would you look at that? Our friend again. Just keep your eye on him. Keep an eye on him. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens there. Got a transit turret now being placed outside my unfinished Listening Shrine. But the Fire Dragons are going to come in. Absolute heroes. Double Fire Dragons, in fact. We're not messing around here. We might not finish the Listening Shrine, but we'll be damned if we're going to give it up without a fight. Yeah, and the Pioneers, feeling the heat, are going to run away from that engagement. Listening Post over here being taken down by Dr. Knox. Scouts over here, unsure whether they're going to have a grand old time against these guys, but they're going to give it a try. They're going to give it a good old college try. Herald of Khorne activating his speed-up ability. And yeah, that's a bad time in the pipelines for the scouts, having to run away all the way home. Chaplain is out there, so he should be able to inspire these guys. Throw down a shouting ability, whatever you call that thing. Slows people down, but no need for it. And by the power of Eldar and Chaos combined, Bloodletters and Pink Horrors take on the infantry. Fire Dragons to take on the vehicles. Surely we've got this in the bag. We'll look at this strategic point. Moving over here. Just hiding in the corner for a little bit. See if they can take that on. Deep Strike Stormtroopers. Not what the Fire Dragons want to see. Gonna fall back. Let those Bloodletters move forward, but briefly losing their morale as the Chaplain slows them down. It's not what they wanted at all. Pink Horrors will come in. Fire Dragons looking to strike down that Chimera. Demon Lord throwing a big flame, allowing these Bloodletters to catch up on the Deep Strike Stormtroopers. Have now gone for triple plasma rifles. Librarian on the way there. Good psychic powers to break morale, should he require it.
By the Emperor it shall be so.
But not pushing into the base as of yet. Unsure of what our life choices are at the moment. Current economies are... Hold on. Blooming double-clicking. 113 and 0 and 122 and 53. Compared to 80 and 68 and 110 and 60. So economic advantage for the Southerners, which I'm sad to say that I am part of the Southern team. But sometimes it's got to be a turncoat. Ranger's still alive, well done me, although quite low in health all these models are. Librarian, no morale left. We'll have to run away from these Khornite demons if he wants to survive another day. But the demons have turned their attention. Fire Dragon's trying to take care of these Chimeras. They're doing an alright job, but heavy bolter support squad is scaring these guys away. Need to fall back a little bit just to regain their numbers. Do have a... Oh, we've got a Wraith Lord coming in. Big stompy metal feet. Should be able to hold the front lines. Absorb some fire as we move forward into a better melee position. A lot of our firing units at the moment are quite short range. So we've got to get in close to do any damage. Terminators on the right flank. Hiding in that heavy cover. Wraith Lord charging forward. Going to get that Bright Lance on the go. Macarius goes down. Heavy Bolter Squadron. Soon to be backhanded by the Wraith Lord. Hitting him with his ring hand, as some would say. Rangers over here, though. No more. Been turned to a red smear on the floor. Got some swooping hawks, though, coming in. Wonderful against most units, although very fragile. Listing post will be battered. And what are you? You are Uriah Jacobus. Huge beard on that one. Farseer Matcha. Close combat. Farseer, from what I understand, are going to come in. Big, shocking stuff going on. She's going to work in tandem with the Bloodletters and the Herald of Khorne. As the Avatar of Cain would have really wished for. More flame coming from the Demon Lord, but Uriah Jacobus sending these fire dragons way back home, not allowing them to get any shots on these Chimeras. Swooping Hawks will come in, see if they can focus fire on Mr. Uriah. A fair bit of damage against him. Got a Terminator squad teleporting in, but will remain stationary for a short amount of time before opening fire. Bloodletters being reused really effectively throughout the game, but Herald of Khorne now going up against these power weapons, explodes a field of fury. Bloodletters instantly losing their morale and will soon be taken down themselves. There we go, full squad wipe right there. Guide being cast on the Swooping Hawks, seeing if they can get some shots off on these Terminators, but a straight up firefight. They will not survive. Ancient Juggernaut being summoned in. Look and see if he can strike down these Terminator squads. Knocking one guy flat on his backside. These guys have got their power fists. They do teleport away there. Terminator squad. Oh, actually, no, they've not teleported away there. We're getting a flanking maneuver on these pink horrors. Slaughter Fiend and Wraith Lord quite low on health at the moment there. Gonna not teleport away, just kind of casually meander backwards. As this guy, he's not running away. He's having a grand old time. Ancient Juggernaut as well, at least for a very small amount of time, keeping these guys occupied while we regain our forces on the southern side. What are we going for? We've got a Lesser Demon Portal going for some more Ancient Juggernauts, more Wraith Lords as well. But nothing too tier 3. I'm going to go for some more Fire Dragons, why not? Worked so well for his first time. Farseer Matcha doing what's going on. And look at that, we finished it! Well done, us. Teamwork makes the dream work. And we certainly got that up by the power of friendship. Ancient Juggernaut, God, that was hard to say. Been stricken down. And the Assault Terminators, they just won't die, will they? They're not giving up. They are looking to get that squad wipe on those pink horrors. Ancient Juggernaut about to be finished once again. And the Wraith Lords taking out that final... Oh no, never mind, not the final one. They managed to teleport out just in the nick of time. Blood Crusher over on this side. Chimera Assault Variant being chewed at from its flanks. The Stormtrooper's not really doing all that much against that Juggernaut. Swooping Hawks again trying to go for that firefight against the Terminators, but doesn't seem to be doing all that well. I think they pack more damage, do they? Oh no, they do less damage, if you believe the unit card. So yeah, not doing all that well. Getting one final spank from that Wraith Lord before the teleport away. Now we're getting some momentum going on. Khorne vehicles for the Chaos Demons are notorious for their speed, their ferocity. And I think they're like... Oh, look at that jump there. Also, I think they're like relatively cheap. Are you building any more? No, we'll check if he is later on, just for that comparison of price. Got a Land Raider Phoebus on the way. Very tanky. Isn't the most heaviest of the damage dealer relic units, but sometimes you just need something to hold that centre. I know that it won't go anywhere. Managing to take out tank building, well, tank production building if I'm not mistaken. Got double Wraith Lords and double Fire Dragons ready to move down and bash some economy here. Did manage to take out that relic here, I do believe. And that's what we were up to anyway. These Terminators, they're just leapfrogging everywhere, aren't they? They are not wanting to stay in one place for too long. Got some Reaper Guardian, or some Dark Reapers with old Phoenix Lord Morgan Ra. Look at him, I just really like his model. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Even the little shimmer that he gives all his friends. Phoenix Lords unite, Farsi and Maka. Looking to get some Eldritch lightning going on. Fire Dragons are unsure really where to fire at the moment. Having to fall back. Something was going on with that firing animation there. Of the sheer amount of lasgun fire going on here, the Wraith Lords are not holding up all that well. Fire Dragons also standing in a negative cover. Need to get these guys back home safe, but sadly 2 full squad wipes there. Not doing anyone any favours whatsoever. These guys had the common sense to run away. Blood Crusher very low on health, but seeing if we can get some scouting done. Maybe deny the recapture of these strategic points. Going for some more Swooping Hawks again. I don't think that was a correct decision for me. Definitely not the way forward in this engagement. Too much in the way of, well, stuff, really. Better for flanking and harassing, I reckon. Not the frontline combats that we seem to be going for here. Pink Horror's really being brave here. Demon Lord as well, but he goes down. Kind of just throwing our units in one at a time here. Not advisable. The Juggernaut can, at the very least, hold these guys a little bit back. As long as we can get these guys having a little bit of damage done to them, that will certainly make them think twice about pushing any further. But on the left flank, we do have Triple Chimeras leading that charge. Deep Strike Stormtroopers, slowly but surely, coming up against the rear. Land Raider Phoebus now got his back turned against the Ancient Juggernaut, so not really having access to all his weapons there. And Terminator's teleporting around the back side of it as well, keeping out of that close range combat. Really quickly being brought down by Predator and Phoebus alike. Over on this side, Armin Ra and the boys opening fire on whatever they can see. Cannot see those Deep Strike Stormtroopers there. Not as of yet. Gonna go for some Wraith Guards, see if any of their firing capabilities can take care of these Assault Dreadnoughts. Or just, oh, sorry, not Dreadnoughts, Terminators. So in my head, that's what's really causing us the pain here. Not sure how accurate I was, but that's what's causing us the pain. Got some Warp Spiders coming in as well. Webway Gate has finally been seen. These guys are going to teleport away. Zinch doing some Zinchy stuff here. What are you doing, Zinch? Supposed to be on my side, but then again I suppose that's the wicked way of Zinch, isn't it? But the Steel Legion has been beaten back. Do have a Nightshade Interceptor, vehicle, aircraft and building anti-capabilities. Whether they will do any good against the sheer amount of las cannons there will have to be seen. OMC Dr. Not's got some big stuff coming. And what have you got coming? More Juggernauts. Great. Oh, great and clean one. Okay, fair enough. Great and clean one. Having demon armor should be able to resist the las cannons quite nicely. Whether we've got enough to follow up of triple bright lances on these Wraith Guard. Just look at the length for those bad boys. Not bad stuff at all. These guys are going to come on down. See if they can bash more of the economy. And the Steel Legion being supported by some Vanguard veteran squads going for their Thunder Hammers. I mean, I've got all my dudes prepared for bashing tanks. These guys come in. Yeah, okay, we've got this Eldritch Storm coming online. There we go, the heroes of the day. Warp Spiders teleporting in. Got to make as quick of a jobber of these guys as humanly possible. Armin Ra has also been left to his own devices. Could have done with teleporting these Warp Spiders out a little bit earlier there, but someone's going to tie these guys up in close combat. And better the Warp Spiders than Armin Ra himself taking these guys on. But over on this side, we do have a lot of Space Marine nonsense coming in. Do make my base invisible for a time being. But there is a Librarian deep within the bowels of that Land Raider. We'll need to take him out. Does decide to see if he can run away from the main pack. Webweight Assembly goes down. And sadly, if memory serves, I do not have any more builders left. I was not able to build up another Webway Assembly anywhere. So this is all I have. Thankfully, I've got all the production buildings left. So long as I can keep everything alive, that's the main thing. And with this very red great demon of unclean badness, we have a chance. They've lost a lot of their big hitting units at the moment. So if we can counterattack quick as possible, we should be alright. Also, bear in mind, keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on that strategic point. Still plenty of the game left to be had. Still plenty of stuff to bring in. Yazoo55 mentioned that there's a Titan incoming. Now, is there? Where is this Titan building? Oh, it's here. Got a Warhound Titan on the way. So if we're going to make a comeback, it's got to be pretty quick. Blood Crusher and Ancient Juggernaut, if they can spot this greater machine knave as quick as possible, they might be able to take it down in time. Land Raider Phoebus limping back home, licking his wounds. Ancient Juggernaut there will decide to go for the listing post, which normally that is what you want to do. You want to strike down on the economy. But little do we know, 56% away. Warhound Titan is coming out to play. Warp Spiders in the thick of it there. Teleport away just in the nick of time. So many Chimeras, so many Trojans. There's a sheer amount of damage we'll have to do to break for this entire Steel Legion line. We're going to give it a go. Nightshade Interceptor going over the side. Got some more Swooping Hawks at that. Now that we've got the Great and Clean one to cover the front for us, we should be alright. And look at this guy, just absolute hero. And he does manage to actually, oh, look at him go. Nice. Gets the killing blow on a Great and Clean one. Also manages to lay hands upon himself, saving him from a wretched death so he can fight to live another day. Population full on this Great Machine Knave. So at this point, it's just a case of, oh, there we go. He killed one of his own predators. And here comes the Warhound Titan. If it can sort its own pathing between these infiltrated stormtroopers. We see the Warhound Titan come. And with a swivel mid-air, the Eldar do fall back. Got to rethink this. Got to rethink our strategy. Ancient Juggernaut throwing its life away, but buys us time. Now, what are our options here? Like we say, I am limited to what I have. I've got Aspect Portal, got a limited amount of squad cap, but I do have a good amount of economy. I can always donate it to my neighbour. Got a lot of change on the way. More Blood Crushers. But will it be enough? We've got double Warp Spiders, and I imagine that they've got their Haywire Grenades. A big, beefy squad of Wraith Guard with their Bright Lances. A lot of change as well. Got some magics for him to make use of. But instead of using magic, he's just going to walk straight up to the Warlord Titan and give him a good crack across the ankles. Who needs magic when you've got a big stick? His Void Shield going down. And actually, this Warlord Titan doesn't seem all that tough now. Now there's got a big bird giving him the old spankaroonies, but flanking manoeuvre from this Assault Terminator squad. No honour among them. That's not a proper firefight, young man. Lord Change doing some magic zapping motions. And then, ooh! Yep, that's the thing. That certainly, flash warning here. That basically slows all the opponents down, allowing us to just have a grand old time. Lord of Change moving at normal speed there. Which, I mean, didn't do much to change the time of battle, but it was very pretty all the same. Has to be said, Amon Ra falling back. Uriah Jacobus not ready to give up. Also have Lord Commissar Sebastian Yarrick standing there with his mighty power claw. Wondering why there's no orcs, but Chaos and Xenos, he'll take him down all the same. And on the back lines, the Ancient Juggernauts doing what they can. Looking to hunt down that Warlord Titan is this Bloodthirster. Or the Blood Crusher, sorry. A Trojan trying to follow him around, but just too quick, too nimble. Nurgle throwing down some poisonous circles. Looking to cause some minor chafing for anyone nearby. The Assault Terminators not giving up, still continuing their charge. Has now got some Ironclad Dreadnoughts. Teleport again, looking at that Demonic Shrine on that relic. We're striking it down. Dark Reaper's still with Amon Ra. Have I been mispronouncing his name all this time? What are you called? Morgan Ra, sorry. But don't worry, we're protecting this, and don't you worry, it's still there. My natural strategic point still uncapped. Don't you worry though, you just hold on. Red Warlord Titan tumbling around. Got some, what are you? You are an honor guard. Banner are flying, whirling and twirling in the air as the Steel Legion push forward. Lord of Change going to try and come up from the Great Demon Portal again. Whether the Demon Portal survives this onslaught from the Steel Legion, it's unsure. Bloodfest there. Can he turn the tide? Has the Warlord Titan gone down? No, he's just stuck on pathing. Unable to contribute to the fight. But this is not looking pretty for the boys down south. And I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, that we do not succeed whatsoever. So I think one major problem that we had was that I just wasn't able to get a Bone Singer out during that time. I mean, my opening wasn't great, considering that it took me a while to get that listing shrine up and running. It also, you've probably noticed now, didn't help that I just didn't bother capturing one whole strategic point. There we go. You've been blue-balled. Nothing happened with it at all. Haha! It was a ruse. A rug pull, shall we say. The humour is the fact that nothing happened at all. There we go. Feel free to unsubscribe. I do apologise. That was a bad jerk. I will never blue ball you again. Don't you worry, my friends. Cool. Well, anyway, yes, that was a game from the Discord. The links for the Discord are in the description. There's also a Patreon if you want to support the channel. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. Also, there are themed games that you can vote for and all that jazz on there. Anyway, man's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never chop. I will see you in a bit. Peace.